everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my personal favorite topic ever, which is sweater knitting. We're going to be talking about all my hand knit sweaters, plus I'm going to be sharing with you the sweaters and sweater vests that I'm currently knitting, and then I'm going to get into my plans for sweater weather for the fall and winter, what I'm planning on making, all that good stuff, patterns on my radar, you know how it goes. But I've got this lovely stack of sweaters right here that are just dying to be talked about, so let's get into it. We're going to start off with my first sweater, and maybe my favorite sweater still. This is the Claude sweater. I love this sweater so much. It was my first sweater and it honestly turned out even better than I ever would have expected. I adore this sweater. I love wearing it still. It fits me perfectly. It's super warm, sometimes too warm, but I just love it so much. I love the marling in the yarns. This was like a little accident where I didn't realize that when I ordered the yarns they were going to be two different colors. It's a garter stitch sweater where you knit it flat and then you piece it together. It was the first time I've ever done that, and I still actually really like this technique. It might be something that I do again in the future. I recommend this sweater for beginners. It's a really nice, like easy, beginner-friendly pattern, and I think introduces you to having a sweater without knitting in the round, which I think some beginners maybe get a little freaked out about. I've worn it a ton. I adore this sweater so much. It's probably, like I said, my favorite sweater still, and it just makes me really happy to make and to wear. Okay, next up we have sweater number 9 from My Favorite Things Knitwear. I don't love this sweater. I like wearing it and it's a good neutral. It looks pretty, but I don't necessarily love the shape. I do love the raglan stitches here. I think that's quite pretty, but there's something about it. I don't know, like this color definitely I don't think does me any favors, to be honest. It's very, it washes me out a lot. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I almost actually decluttered it, but for some reason I just couldn't. Like, it just feels like, I don't know, with knitting it's really hard to get rid of things that I've knit because they just take so long. It's not like a sewing project, like they take a month or more, sometimes longer, right? So I don't know, it's not my favorite, but I do really like it, and it does get a ton of wear. The fit is not necessarily my favorite, but it's super warm and it is comfy, and it is just like a good sweater to throw on in the winter time. Okay, then we've got my Louise pullover, which is probably the most like time-consuming knit that I've ever done. Look at those bobbles. They're super intense, but I love this sweater. It gives me like joy to wear this sweater, and it also like brought me joy to make it because I was knitting it while I was working at a yoga studio, and I always got to talk to people about it. I got this cute little tag on it. I started to put tags in my knitwear because I never know like what the front or the back is. I find that such a struggle. I definitely like messed up a bit on the bobbles on the front, but I would say like I get a lot of wear out of this. Plus it's just like a fun statement piece, and it's really easy, really fun to wear, and it brings a lot of joy in the winter time when everything is just like dull and boring. This is the warm-up sweater. It's a pattern from Espace Tricot, and it's a free pattern. I wear this quite a bit, although I will say I don't necessarily love the fit of it, but it is a really nice, easy knit. It was really simple, really straightforward. This is really easy and comfy to wear. Yeah, I wear this a lot in the winter time. Again, the fit is not necessarily my favorite. I don't love the neckline and the shoulders, but it's still like a great sweater, and I do wear it, like I said, quite often. Next up is this sweater that I'm wearing, and I'm going based off of I think general timeline or like order of how I made them. So this is a cardigan from My Favorite Things Knitwear. I believe it's cardigan number 7, but this is one of my favorite things other than like my Claude sweater, which is the first sweater that I ever knit. I adore this cardigan. It is so comfy, it's so warm, maybe a bit too warm for right now, which is why I'm just wearing a little tank top underneath, but I absolutely adore this cardigan, and it was my first cardigan, and it has made me want to knit more cardigans because they're so easy to wear and they're really fun to wear as well. So yeah, this one is like a very, very high up there in terms of like my favorite knitwear. I would say this is like very, very high up there in terms of favorite things that I've knit. Probably second to the Claude sweater, because the Claude sweater has like a bit of a soft, like a special place in my heart, but this I actually think is like really well knit, and I wear it constantly. I wear it all the time. It's my favorite. One of my favorites. Second favorite? I don't know. It's like choosing a favorite child. It's really hard. Okay, and then I've got this baby right here. This is the chestnut sweater. I made this in the winter time, just after I went to London, and I knit it with some yarn that I got in Europe. I really do love this sweater, but I have some issues with the yarn because it's just so pilly. Like, it just pills really easily, and I've said that before in another video, but this is just a really great basic. I put this on and I immediately feel sophisticated. While it is the chestnut sweater from Petite Knit, I made a ton of changes. Like I did double ribbing for the neckline and I didn't make it a funnel neck. I did double ribbing again for the sleeves. I think I changed a few other things as well. Like the only thing that is really the same is just like the general construction, but a lot of the details I made different. Like I didn't do the split hem. I made it a lot shorter. It's a bit more fitted. It doesn't have as much positive ease as her version, but I like my version just fine. I really like the drop shoulder construction, and I would knit this pattern again. I do, and I would probably again knit it the way that I did it, just because I really like how this turned out. Again, my issue is more with the yarn, and so I feel like I don't get as much wear out of this because I'm a bit worried about ruining it because it feels a bit delicate. But I should just like get a sweater shaver and like, you know, just take care of it and be mindful of like how I wear it. But yeah, I do really love this. I love the gray, but it does kind of bother me how pilly it is. Like the yarn is so soft, which means it pills really easily. A recent favorite is this one. This is the clematis sweater from Emma's Knits. I honestly think this is such a cool pattern, and I really want to make this again, but maybe in a brighter color. Or even there's like a sweater that has this exact shape, but it has like sort of a marling of yarns and it's kind of like gently striped. I'll put it here so you can see. I would love to do that. I still have to weave in some of the ends on this, so it's kind of sticking up. And it is hard to capture a black sweater on camera, but I absolutely love this one. I feel so cool when I wear this. It's sexy, but it's like still sophisticated. It's got a little bit of skin. Depending on how I wear it, I can like kind of show a lot of skin or a little bit of skin depending on what bra I wear. If I wear it over something, then it's a bit more covered. If I just wear a bra, then you can see little peaks of skin here and there. I purposefully made it small so that I could have that negative ease and show a bit of skin, but I think it would be great a little bit oversized as well. So yeah, I love this one. It also feels very luxurious because the yarn is silk, kid silk mohair, and then the cotton, and then it's a cotton and cashmere blend that's held with it. So very luxurious. I also really love these buttons that I used. I'll like try to focus. There you go. They're just these sort of like black shell looking buttons almost. They're not shell, but they kind of mimic it. So yeah, I really do love this sweater a lot, and I get a ton of wear out of it, and I only just made it like in May or June. So even though the season was short for me to wear it, now that I can wear it again, I've already been reaching for it like once a week at least. And then lastly is an honorable mention because I didn't actually make this. I got this in a clothing swap and I posted my clothing swap last week. But this is the anchor sweater from Petite Knit. And I'll be honest, this isn't a pattern that was ever on my radar to make. I think it looks so pretty on everyone, but I just wasn't sure if I would really like the circular yoke. But wearing this, I think it's maybe a size or two bigger than what I would knit, but it really, like wearing this, I absolutely love it. I love the wide neckline. This yarn is also really lovely. Like I said, I didn't knit this, but it feels really special to own this, like own something that someone else knit, and I can just really see the care and the love that this was made with. And so like I said, I didn't make it, so maybe it's cheating, but I did want to include it because I wanted to show like what this pattern looks like a little bit up close, what it looks like on me, and I just also wanted to talk about it because, like I said, I didn't knit it, but now I have this and I know the pattern that it came from, and I wanted to include it in this like roundup of hand knit sweaters. Okay, so now I'll show you what I'm knitting sweater wise, and it's actually only one thing, and it's a sweater vest. It's not a full sweater, but this is the marshmallow vest, and I just love the colors that I chose for this. I'm almost done the body, I think, and then I'll be able to do the armbands and the neckband. So I think like this should be done really soon. It's been really fun to knit, and I've only used scrap yarn for it. So I love that. I love a scrap project. This is just a delightful knit. I really enjoy doing the striping. It's super fun. Please ignore the chaos, absolute just chaos. But I think this is gonna get a ton of wear because I love all the colors in here. And it's just really soft because it's using mohair and alpaca suri. I believe these two colors are alpaca suri and then the rest is mohair. The alpaca suri I've held double, and then the mohair I've held triple. So yeah, this is a marshmallow vest. I cannot wait to be done this and actually wear it. I think the styling opportunities are great. This is kind of freaking me out. I'm gonna be honest, the armbands feel really big, but I think it's kind of like with the neck hole. Like the neck hole always feels big on the sweater until you actually like add on the ribbing. So I'm hoping that it will work out. I've actually already ripped it back and made the armband smaller. And they still feel, or made the armhole smaller, but they still feel huge. So I don't know, I'm a little nervous about it. I'm making the size medium and I didn't gauge swatch and I'm a little bit nervous that this isn't gonna fit how I want, but it's so cute. I can't wait to wear it. It just is looking a little weird. I guess once I block it, it will like relax and anyways, I never actually blocked just mohair before. So yeah, this is that I'm knitting. This is what I'm currently knitting. This will be done very soon. And I'm really like itching to cast on my first sweater of the season. And so I'll show you what I have in mind for that. All right, so the next thing that I'm gonna cast on is going to be the Lindsay Deggan cardigan. So cardigan, but Deggan, cardigan. And I'm gonna be making it in this really fun hand-dyed yarn. Look how pretty that is. I can't wait. I just am so excited. This is what it looks like in the cake form. And it's from Arcane Fiber Works. I'll put the links in the description box. I think it's something Through the Valley. I'll have to look it up exactly. I can't remember the name of this yarn, but I think it's gonna be so pretty. And I think that this is like the perfect shape for this sweater as well. I don't know, I love the collar. I just can't wait. I think it's gonna be adorable. I'm gonna probably cast this on really soon. I'm going on a little trip this weekend, so I might cast this on and take this with me. I think that is like a good call. And then the next sweater that I have planned, maybe after that, maybe not, is with this yarn. Look how pretty that is. I'll try to like get a close up for you there. But this is again from Arcane Fiber Works and it's called Winter Wonderland. And these were both gifted to me very, very kindly, no obligation to post, but they just gave it to me to supply for like this a new project, and I was really happy to get 2 sweater quantities. It was very generous of them. But I think this is gonna be an amazing terrazzo sweater from Petite Knit. Look at that, this looks like a winter wonderland, doesn't it? It's so great. I cannot wait to make this. So if you like this and you want to watch another knitting video, you might want to check out my knit and chat right here. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.